Matas Buzelis is making the media rounds again. He's been doing this a lot lately. You and I are big believers in Matas, I think, in general. That's fair to say. He was one of my favorite recruits back when Michigan and many other schools were trying to get him to play college. Ultimately, he played in the G League Ignite, and they had an up and down season. He had some injury issues. He did not shoot the ball well, but he is still considered a top five-ish pick in the NBA draft. This draft is wide open. So I think he could go as high as 2 or 3. I wouldn't be stunned. He could fall to as late as 10 or late lottery. I wouldn't be stunned. But Shams did a sit down interview with him. I encourage everybody to go watch it on Shams' Twitter. Came out this morning. And he asked him point blank about some of the things Buzelis has said in the pre draft process. Because if you have not seen this, Buzelis was trying to get Zaccharie Risacher to do a workout against him because there had been buzz Risacher was going to go first overall, buzz that Risacher would at least be one of the top 2 or 3 picks. And Buzelis feels him and Risacher play the same position. They're similar archetypes. Buzelis feels he's better, and not just better than Risacher. Buzelis feels he's better than everyone in this draft. Like Buzelis has been going around saying, I am the best player in this draft. I should go first overall. And I'll back it up. Work out against me. Like, tell me where I need to be. I will come work out against you and prove to these teams that I am the best player in this draft. So Shams asked him point blank. You mentioned that about Risacher. You wanted to work out against him. What happened there, and is there any update? And Matas Buzelis said, word for word, this is a quote this morning. I respect Zach as a player. He just doesn't want to see me. I'm just going to keep it real with everybody. He just doesn't want to see me. Your thoughts?
Greg, I need him, man. I need like this. I didn't need this quote to want Buzelis in a Pistons jersey, but there's just nothing that resonates with me more than he doesn't want to see me. I'm just gonna keep it real with everybody. And he's kept that same energy this whole time, which is something I really respect. And honestly, I am picking Buzelis over Ricochet, but that's for here or there. You can talk to different people. People say different things. I think that Matis has a confidence. I think he has the game. And in my personal opinion, like Greg, we talk about this all the time with prospects as well. Sometimes there's one-off things. Like sometimes there are one-off seasons where things don't really go too well. And I think that is more reflective of Buzelis as a shooter this season than what he actually is as a shooter. Because he was a guy who could hit shots in high school, right?
Yeah.
And I think given whether it's injury, whether it's Ignite this season, which is all over the place, I feel like with the players, the staff, everything, he had a one-off bad season. He's not a bad shooter. The jumper is there. Like I really think that he's a guy who will be able to knock down shots. I love his game. I mean, I know you talked about him possibly being the best player in this draft, but even if he's not, we have to respect players that do not duck smoke. What do we say all the time on here? Is there's nothing more annoying than prospects who are just like they won't work out. Like they don't want to do it. They don't want to compete. Like it's weird. It's a red flag. And Buzella's not having that is, I respect it. And I think he
Yeah.
believed it too, by the way. Like, even if you look at the first quote when he said it, you could be like, okay, maybe he's just talking that talk. No, when you watch this sit down, you could use your body language PhD in this case, Greg. He
Yep.
believes this.
Yep. Yep. Listen, I get to take a little bit of a victory lap, and I'm going to defend my guy. I'm going to go to war for my guy here. But since March, you know this. Since March, I have been saying Buzelis is the guy in this class. He is the guy. I think he will be the best player. I think fast forward 15 years from now, I think Matas Buzelis is the best player in this class. I love this kid's game. I love every time I've ever seen him in a competitive setting. I think he has all of the skill sets and tools needed both offensively and defensively to be an NBA All-Star. I think he can guard every position, and he talked about that with Shams. I think he is like a super big guard. He has guard skills, but he's shaped like a power forward. Like he really, we compared him to these guys. Maybe Matas saw our scouting report because he was asked, who do you compare yourself to? And he named 3 guys we named in our scouting report: Franz Wagner, Andrei Kirilenko, Paul George. Like, those are the comps here. And if he's some sort of hybrid of those 3, he's probably the best player in this class. For some reason, NBA teams at the top of this board don't view him that way. And I can get why Sarr is like a little bit separated, because he's a 7'1" dude with skill, and you want to just believe that that guy has a higher ceiling because he's 7'1". Outside of Sarr, though, like, nothing else is proven. Like, why are we mocking like Reed Shepherd and Rob Dillingham ahead of this kid? I really don't get it. I don't. And I know Reed was like historically efficient. I think both those guys could be good NBA players, but we're talking about 2 6'2" point guards versus like this guy who is like an NBA frame and competitive as shit and was busting people's ass in the Rising Stars game, like legitimate NBA stars. So I don't know. I really don't. I do believe, like, I agree with Matas. I think he is, if not the best player, should go in the top 2 or 3. The fact that he's kind of mocked like 5th or lower has been a little bit crazy to me. And I love the move. Like you said, it would be one thing if he was taking these shots, but he was the guy who didn't want to work out. This isn't coming from like a clickbait standpoint or a controversy standpoint. This is coming from like, yo, I'm trying to work out with him. My people tried to get in contact and I got ghosted. Like, and it's not just Risacher. Like, that's the one people have picked out. Buzelis wants to go against everybody. Buzelis wanted to go against Chet Holmgren in the Rising Stars game, and he won. He looked good in all of these matchups. I love it. I hope the Pistons get him at 5. I'll be ecstatic if it happens. I think he has the game to back it up, and this is fun. The NBA draft needs more of this.
Yeah, I love this. Also, can you read his direct quote one more time before we hop off here?
I respect Zach as a player. He just doesn't want to see me. I'm just going to keep it real with everybody.
I need it, G. I need
him so bad.
I need him. Need him.
What do you think Risacher is thinking when he sees this? Oh, no.
I think he's shielded. I think he doesn't see it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Matas no check me.
Oh, no.
No. Killian tell me Matas not good.
Oh, no. The NBA draft is coming up, and I've got something awesome for you. We are partnering with the people at NBA 2K Lab. NBA 2K is the best video game on earth. The people at 2K Lab are making some awesome stuff to make that game even more fun, and they just launched their 2024 NBA Draft Simulator, where you can find the official Sleepers Media Big Board. We ranked our top 75 players in this draft class. Me, Carter, Brian Ralph, Riley Davis. We did it together, and it is featured on the 2K Lab NBA Draft Simulator. You can take control of any team in the draft, play GM with just one click, and see our entire rankings before these videos even come out. Check out the link in the description of this video to try out the draft sim for yourself, and you can find more mini games at nba2klab.com/NBA-mini-games.